Hey, welcome to the podcast. We video these podcasts right here at our coffee house, Well Grounded Coffee Community. We are a 501c3. We hire women out of prison and addiction and other types of trauma and journey with them toward hope and a better life. Today, we're going to interview one of our baristas. Hi, I'm Natalie Huschek, and thanks for joining us for another episode of Turning Trauma into Triumph. And I have a sweet guest today, Miss Lauren, and she is mostly at our second location, which we call the Boo. We affectionately call the Boo, but that's because it's Bishop Union. Well-grounded Bishop Union.
Yes, we love Boo.
We started making her come up here on Fridays.
I know.
We miss her so much. It's easy to get isolated
It's been nice.
down there.
Yeah. It's been nice to see all of my old regulars and just reconnect with the community here. This is where it all started for me.
Yeah.
So
It's a great store down there, but because it's a quieter store, I think it's nice to spend a little time at both stores.
Yeah, and it's nice. Also, I think like having more, because usually there only needs to be about 2 of us at Boo at the most, never 3. And it's nice to have like a whole team here and just more people to yap with. So yeah,
connect
nice,
and see the rest of the sisterhood.
Yeah.
So you've been with me almost a year?
It's going to be a year in January.
Okay.
Yeah, so
do you remember what day in January?
I think it's the 28th or the 29th, so it's towards the end.
Towards the end. So we interviewed probably mid-January.
Yeah.
And and there's several of you that are going on a year, I think.
Yeah, so I think it's Pauline first, and then Nikki, and then myself. So yeah, all 3 of us
celebrating
came
the big
in January.
1 year.
Yeah, and it doesn't really feel like it's been a year.
Yeah.
But I guess time flies when you're having fun. So.
Right, there you go. Yeah, you've gotten, and we'll get into a lot of the different fun things that you do, but tell me a little bit about you, and just, did you grow up here in Dallas?
I did, yeah. So I'm from Dallas, kind of bounced around different parts of Dallas in my childhood, but I've been in like the Garland Mesquite area for most of my life, and kind of really close to this store. So like I
your
started
mom's
off
still there, yeah?
Yes, yeah. So I started off at this store because this is actually very near to where my family lives, and I was living with my family at the time that I started working here. So.
Nice.
Yeah, this is home.
And so you went to grade school, high school, all the stuff.
Yeah. So I did grade school, kind of like closer to Garland, and then halfway through I moved to Mesquite, and then just finished off high school, middle school, all that good stuff in Mesquite.
Yeah, and then your family, you live with your, it's funny because I always say I live in a commune.
Yeah.
Because we're 3 generations in my household.
Yeah.
But you also, right?
Yes, very much so.
Talk about that dynamic. And what it looks like.
So I grew up living, not my entire childhood was spent living at my grandma's, but basically my father went to prison when I was, I want to say like 7 or 8 years old. And after that, my mother and sister and we had to find somewhere to stay, so we went to my grandma's house.
Which is your mom's mom?
My mom's mom, yeah. And so we lived with them. At first it was just, so it was my mom, myself, my sister, my grandma, my grandpa, and my uncle. So that's 6. And it was a full house then. And then my mom had my younger siblings. I have 3 younger siblings now, in addition to my younger sister, and we were all.
The house went from full to
fuller.
exploding.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yes, and 3 generations.
Yeah. So packed house. I say it builds character.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure
Never a dull moment in that house.
No.
But, yeah.
So is it wild going from that to now you have your own little apartment?
Oh yeah. I've never lived completely on my own ever, and I think at first it was a little creepy, like it was a little scary because it's just so quiet.
Every sound, every noise.
Yes, yeah. It's like you're just sitting in the silence, and then I got really comfortable with it, and I think it kind of allowed me to stop and be mindful about more things that I was into hectic of a space to be mindful about before. So I'm doing things a lot more with like intention now, and I'm very selective about everything because I can be, because it's my space. And I'm really enjoying it. I like being alone. I think it's I wish that everyone had the chance to have their own space, because I think that that's a really useful tool for growth. I think that you can really grow once you have space.
Yeah.
Like when you grow up in such a cramped environment, you don't necessarily have the privacy that one needs, and anyone who lives in a cramped space will know what I'm talking about. But you just know a new type of peace once you are finally like alone. It's nice.
At first, the quiet's maybe a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was
then
uncomfortable
like,
at first. Yeah, and you're thinking, your mind is kind of racing, and you're just kind of replaying trauma in your head. You know, like I think that was like one thing that happened. I would just replay all the bad times that I've had in my head, and it's like when I would start daydreaming, I was like, oh, why is it negative? You know, but I think that's just what your mind does sometimes. You just need to like kind of process through that, and then I don't think about that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a thing at first, not anymore.
Yeah. Nice. And so, tell me what your memories are. You just very quickly mentioned that your dad went to prison when you were 7.
Yeah.
So say what you're comfortable with saying about that.
Yeah, I'm super open about it. So things were normal. Like I said, it was just my mom, my sister, myself, and my dad growing up. And then one day he just went away and didn't really understand exactly. It was kind of like a 2-part process, because the first time he's from Mexico, so he went back to Mexico. It was very quick, and obviously it had to do with him having a feeling that he was either going to be arrested or knowing something.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so he left the country, and then he came back. I still don't know exactly. There are still like some questions that I have, but I think we basically just thought we were in the clear, and we were not. So after that, then he actually did get arrested on his way home from taking my sister and I to school. So we had that last moment with him where he dropped us off at school, and then things were just never the same. I remember being picked up, I think, early from school that day, and by my grandma, and my mom was gone. I think she was like kind of figuring things out, how she could talk to my dad or get in contact with him. Things were just never.
So prison here in Dallas?
Yeah, so he was actually, I believe he was arrested in Rowlett. And then he stayed in Texas for a while because we did get to visit him just while he was, I don't know what the word is, while he was in jail instead of prison, before he had been sentenced, basically. And was like going through trial and all that good stuff. And then that was, I want to say like maybe a year. It could have been more. I was a kid, so I don't really have like the best timeline in my head. But he was here for a little while. We got to do visitation. I remember like, I thought it was a treat because sometimes I'd get to miss school, and my mom would like drive us out to like Texarkana, and we'd go see him. And it always made me super sad. I remember being a kid, and I'd be so happy about seeing him, and then when it was time to leave, we'd both start crying, you know, and it's like, oh, we have to go back to not seeing you.
And your sister's younger.
She is. She's 4 years younger than me. Yeah.
So it's the two of you and your mom on the visits.
It's been interesting to see what her experience is as well, because she was younger. I think it affected her in different ways, for sure.
And your dad's where now?
Now he's in Mexico. He lives in Cancun now, so we did get to visit him. So he was in Texas for that little while, and then he went to Pennsylvania after that.
Okay.
And then we could not see him. We just couldn't afford to go and make the trip. So that was like 8 or 9 years of him being there. I never saw him. And he always called and wrote letters and everything. So we were in contact. I just never saw him.
Yeah.
I grew up without a dad, basically.
And what's your relationship with him now?
It's good. I mean, we maintained our relationship. He was deported after he served his time, and that was in 2019, I believe, because it happened right around the time that I graduated high school. And I really wanted to graduate and then just go see him, but then I had to figure out, like how we would, I had work and how we would afford the plane ticket and everything. And so I didn't end up going to see him until I believe it was 2021. So I waited a few years, was doing some college, was doing some work, just living my life and just waiting for an opportunity where I could go and reconnect with him. And it was amazing. I went with my sister. We went, and I was nervous at first. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm like going to meet this stranger, kind of like in a way, and I don't know how to explain, like, it healed me so much because everything about me that never quite really made sense being around my mom's side of the family and like only my mom's side of the family, it was so weird because I was around him and I was like, everything about me, the way that I am, suddenly just makes sense. Like it's all coming together. Like I am your daughter 100%.
Yeah.
Like, it was so insane. Like some things that I feel like are not even, like I didn't even really think they were hereditary at all. Like we just have them in common, and it was really weird to see like we are the same. Yeah.
And
really
cool. And it was easy to communicate.
Oh yeah, we just clicked. I did not want to leave when it was time to go. Yeah, it was like he was always like my best friend growing up, and I think that's why it was so devastating when he went away. He was the parent that I always like connected with. And it was scary because I knew that it would be revealed whether or not that connection was still there when I went. It's still there. Yeah, that's my bestie. So
that's so great.
Yeah.
So imagine suddenly one day your dad's in your life and the next day he is gone, and growing up like that with all the questions, and you heard that from Lauren, as well as another aspect that we'll explore is just growing up with diabetes. And that may be you. If you're someone who has experienced diabetes, just say something in the comment. We will be giving away another book today. So after, kind of the devastation of losing your dad and thankfully being able to reconnect, those are some hard things in little lives. And then really just the intensity of the apartment. But there's another thing that you have been living with, which is challenging, which is your diabetes.
Yes, yeah.
So talk to me about that. When were you first diagnosed with type A,
I was, type 1 diabetes. I was diagnosed at 4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of all that I've ever known, which I think is, at the time, it was a blessing in disguise because we were like, oh my gosh. I know my mom was like, my poor baby, but it was a lot to learn, of course, but I'm very, very grateful that I grew up with it. And it wasn't something that, I grew up normal for a little while and had like a normal life and then had to just like adjust to that.
Yeah, like an adult
yes,
onset.
And I always have someone who knows how to take care of me. My mom, she knows everything about everything that there is to know.
How do you think it's challenged your life, though? Do you feel that it's limiting or not really?
I think still it can be sometimes. I mean, my body is fighting every day. And I think especially the weeks or months that I have been having like a lot of highs and lows. Like there are some days where I'll wake up low, I'll correct it, go high. That's exhausting on my body already.
Yeah.
And then I'll try to correct that, so I'll go low again, and it's kind of just like a cycle all day. And I'm just constantly...
It's weird in my mind, my very limited knowledge.
Yeah.
I think little bits of protein all day. But is that the case with diabetes?
So the protein helps if you're trying to like hold on to the carbs. But it's really a carb and sugar balance kind of thing. So however, because the reason that you take insulin is because you are having carbohydrates. So if I wake up and I have bread in the morning, I have to have insulin. But then if I take too much insulin,
what if you get up and have a hard-boiled egg?
That's good. So it just depends on where I'm sitting in the morning. So if I have a hard-boiled egg and then I don't take any insulin, the two things could happen. So either I'll be good or my blood sugar will decide to spike, because sometimes it just spikes in the morning just because. And there's so much that goes into it. There's so many factors. I mean, like stress levels.
I could see that just because that's the same with my thyroid. Thyroid dysfunction. So if I'm extra stressed, especially too many situations at once, then
you have like a flare
I'll
up
notice
of
it.
symptoms.
100%. So I can see it easily that same thing.
It's just it's a lot to focus on. Like I think there are so many things that go into it. It's such a fragile thing. You're like, oh no, I better watch my stress. Oh no, I need to watch my carbs. Oh no, I need to watch this. Like there's just so much on your mind all at once. Yeah. So it's like a constant game. You're just balancing this and that. And
And you have to be present. You have to be mindful of it all the time.
Yeah,
I mean, some of us can just go out and, like me, I'll get busy and I'll get up and sometimes have an egg or whatever. And suddenly it's 3 o'clock and I realize I haven't had another thing to eat.
Me too. And my body will let me know. My body will let me know.
I'm
like,
sure
hey,
your
we
body
should
lets
eat.
you know.
Yeah, it does. I'm like, oh, why am I dizzy all of a sudden?
yeah.
But
so you need to be really,
yeah, but it's
it.
been a great way to learn myself and learn my body and listen to myself. I think like if I get the slightest feeling that something's off, I trust it.
Yeah.
Because I've just had enough experience to where I know to trust myself and what I'm feeling.
Probably. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so we hired you.
Yes.
How old were you when we hired you?
How old was I?
Uh-huh.
I think I was, if it was in January of last year, I was 24. I just turned 25. Like 3 days ago.
Yeah. And you started, like you say, you started out here. And then we needed to stabilize the other store.
Yes.
So we put you in a little apartment.
Yes.
So cute. You got a
love it.
Kitty cat.
Yes, Lottie. Oh my gosh, my daughter.
So you're not totally alone.
No.
Your daughter.
I literally feel like I gave birth to her. I love her so much. Oh my gosh.
And then
She's the best.
And then you're promoted, and then really before you're promoted, you started into some social media for us.
Yeah. I remember.
So that's been fun. You started doing the boards.
Yes,
right?
yes. I started doing the chalkboards here.
Girl
that was
Scout
fun.
skills.
Yeah, it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. And then I don't know how the social media thing started. I think I made like a poster or something on Canva, and it was a very.
I'm always trying to get rid of it myself.
I'm such a social media girl. I love like creating and sharing.
Yeah.
So I think I just kind of naturally took to it.
So then with your
enjoyable.
Promotion, we deemed you social media queen.
Yes, social
queen
media
or diva? Diva. Better than queen.
Yeah. It's been great.
Awesome.
I really enjoyed doing the social media.
Now we're coming up on a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one tricky thing is that you don't have you don't drive yet. So where are you with that?
So I want to retake driving lessons. I really want to do that. And I'm working towards saving up for a car, which is cars are expensive, y'all.
Yeah.
They're expensive. But yeah, I know I'll get there one day. But I think I really just
set
need
up
to,
because you live there, you work there.
Yeah. So that's
I wouldn't say largely walkable, but it's somewhat walkable.
It is pretty walkable.
Right?
Yeah. You can.
In Bishop Arts.
There are things to get into.
So you're set up well.
I am.
And you're growing and learning.
I am. I love my life.
Fun.
Yes.
So, and here's how I wind down each show. If you had an audience, and today you do.
Okay.
What's your message? Whether you're talking to your little 7-year-old self, or maybe your teenage self, or simply if you're on a stage and talking to people who have diabetes or whatever, what do you feel like is your life's message that you really want people to hear as a way of encouraging or giving hope?
Can I look into the camera for this?
Sure, why not?
So, just take it one day at a time. That's all that you can do, and that is the best way to use your energy, is to just focus on one day at a time. Know that you'll get through the day. The sun is still going to rise in the morning. Everything's going to be okay, and before you know it, you'll be looking back at the bad times. They'll be a distant memory, and you'll be having a great time.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And I'm going to throw one more thing in. What's it like being a part of this sisterhood? Because although your dad was incarcerated, you're not incarcerated.
Yeah.
You're not addicted. So there are ways that you're different, but around here in this sisterhood, we're all second chancers.
Yeah.
I'm a second chancer, you're a second chancer. And so what is it like being a part of the sisterhood here of Well Grounded?
I think it's been, I can't even explain like how valuable it has been to hear everyone's stories. I think it's given me insight as someone who grew up with a parent in jail, to talk to people who firsthand were in jail themselves. And I mean, not only that, but the girls who have gone through addiction and things like that. Like I have never really heard these stories before, and I think they're so important to hear. That's why I advocate so much for them to share their stories. And I love that we have like the podcast, and they're just overall like encouraged to be open. And I love that. I love hearing what they've been through and how they are here today doing
just crushing life.
Yes, crushing it, literally. Like they are
some of the best people,
the best
on the
versions
planet.
of themselves now, and it's inspiring.
Yeah.
So
I
think I would say it's super inspiring. very wholesome. Like it's just a great environment. There's so much love. Everything that is done here is done with love.
Amen. Yeah, you can feel it, can't you?
You can. And I think you can taste it in the coffee too.
Oh,
I always
there you
say,
go.
like, people are like, oh, this is good coffee. I'm like, it's the love that I put into it. Yeah.
Love. Just like, yes.
Delicious.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're part of the sisterhood.
too.
Crushing it, learning, growing, doing
Always.
our social media.
Always.
All right. Bless you and stay with us forever. Well, Lauren is certainly a blessing. She's been with us over a year, and we're so grateful that she's with us. Today, if you commented, we will put your name in a drawing, and we're going to give away our book, But God, which tells the stories of 10 of our baristas. So thanks again for joining us on this edition of Turning Trauma into Triumph.